What does a man who's done the healing work look like? How does he act? How does he respond? How does he view the world? Well, pull up a seat because I can show you. I have evidence and proof that there are men doing this work and what that looks like. So if you're a man who's like, okay, what does healed look like? Or what does healing look like? Or give me the nuts and bolts of it. I need to figure this out and what this looks like. Here we go. Buddy Paul here has done the work. He's doing the work. He's actively in the work. And here is what he shared with me of what doing the work has done for him. He said, my story remains the same, that I am a man that can provide safely and trust with deep emotional connection. A few things that I'm proud of in my growth is I'm comfortable sharing emotions and getting deep in conversation with friends, kids, and my wife. No more suppressing emotion. I'm not wearing a mask or performing for love and validation. I create my own happiness and joy and self-love, authentic in my own skin. I show up as my best authentic self and let others share in my happiness and joy. I respond in conversation versus reacting. I know my triggers. I've healed many of them. I can sit in hard emotions and still respond to people with a calm, grounded response. Oh, he's not done yet. It goes on. I engage in conversation and conflict with curiosity, not reactivity, curiosity and empathy. I stopped being a chameleon in my relationship, afraid to hurt relationships or friendships. I just show up as myself and don't let pressure to be accepted or fit in get to me. Letting go of being in control or focused on outcomes really melts anxiety. I thought that by doing and trying harder, I could always control the outcome, especially in making my wife and my family happy versus just being and being present. I've committed to my health, my body, my fitness, my nutrition. I'm committed to leaving a legacy of relationship and core memories for my kids. He's got 4 of them. All they want is presence and emotional closeness and safety. Oh, there's more. Oh, there's more. I've learned about emotional safety and how once it's broken, it's hard to rebuild trust. Our bodies live in survival mode. They serve to protect us. Hence, if we don't forgive and stay stuck in the past resentment, it's impossible to heal. I've learned to live in the moment, just like living in the past. Living for the future can take away from the present moment and can cause overthinking, anxiety, and fear. I've learned to live by my values and purpose. Chef's kiss. Learned about boundaries and how expressing them are for me and no one else. And chef's kiss on this last one. I've learned that your nervous system can't heal without forgiveness and letting go of resentment. Most importantly, I've learned exactly how I want to live my life and the expectations, honesty, integrity, compassion, authenticity I expect out of me and others, just to name a few. This is a level of self-mastery that most will never experience. Most are too afraid to go on the journey that's required for you to have this perspective on the world, on relationships, for you to own your journey, how your life unfolds, your actions, your behaviors, your emotions, your nervous system. But it is well worth the journey to no longer outsource your self-worth and how your life unfolds to anything and anyone else in the world. When you can have that level of self-mastery, understanding, compassion, empathy for yourself, you start to be able to control the world through your internal state, to feel how you want to feel. Happiness is an inside job. Everything that you want to feel that you're seeking outside of you, your relationships, your job, your career, your family, your home life, your environment, all of that you're seeking to feel a certain way inside. But the biggest life hack I can give you is that when you feel that way inside without anything outside of you needing to change, which means that we're healing the body and the nervous system and not being so reactive and triggered by outside stuff, that's when life really gets fun. That's when you get to play with life, that you get to just show up and do the things that you want to do from a place of wholeness, from a place of, I don't need anything outside of me because I meet my needs in here. I'm good here. That doesn't mean that you don't have feelings. It means you know what to do when you have them. It means that you have the skills and the tools and the perspective to be able to look at something from different perspectives. For example, when I'm showing you this, what is it you see? It's a coaster, right? You see sunglasses, an umbrella, and a hat, right? I don't see it the way you see it. What I see is cork. It's the back of it. We're looking at the same thing, but we see it differently, right? And this is the crux of what I do inside of my Healthy Mentality program, where I teach all of this stuff, is you can be looking at the same thing in your life that you think is not giving you what you want, and we can shift the perspective so you see it differently so that you can feel how you want to feel and then respond act, believe, think in a way that matches how you want to feel. It's not super woo. There's science behind this. I don't teach you all that inside the program, but it teaches you the skills and the tools so that you can show up in a way that is authentic to you, that's not based on a survival response of fight, flight, fawn, or freeze, that you're not coming into relationships from a place of wounding and that they need to fix me, they need to heal me, I need to save them, I am only valuable when I am needed, that I have to protect and provide the way that my family did in order for me to be valuable as a man or as a partner. We can clear all of that BS, the bullshit, the belief systems out, and have you start going, who do I intentionally want to show up as in this life? Who is the man that I intentionally want to be when I look in the mirror and go, I respect you, I care about you, I love you. Yes, to yourself. I know. Wild concept for men. And I'm so sorry that the conditioning that you were brought up in tells you that all of that is woo, that tells you that that's just being a sissy, and tells you all of this toxic shit because it's creating a miserable lived experience in your body. Come at me in the comments if you will, but how's your body? How's your stress level? How's your anxiety level? How are you coping with things that you were never taught and how to deal with? So if you're sick of that, if you're ready to do the work and have an ounce, an oodle of what Paul represents and the work that Paul has done, DM me the word heal. Let's talk about the healthy mentality program and see if that is something that might be the next right step for you to start to get back your own sense of identity without outsourcing your self-worth to the world that wants to tell you you're not good enough or that you're too much. Because I promise you, baby, you are not. You are not broken. You just don't have the skills and tools to create the outcomes from the inside out that you want to experience in the world, but that is something that can be fixed, believe it or not. So DM me if you want to chat more about that. And hey, my name's Tara. I'm on a mission to create a self-aware army because it's lonely in these self-aware streets. Thank you, Paul, for giving us women an example that it's possible for men to be doing this work. And yes, women, you should also get to this place too, where you have this self-awareness so that if a man like Paul comes along at some point in your life, that you know what to do with that kind of man, because he won't tolerate some bullshit. He won't. All right, talk to you soon.